This is Talk Radio, the 1998 KPMG commercial radio station of the year.
Dear Nancy, congratulations on a great show. The fax machine's only just caught up, unfortunately.
What did he call me?
Nancy.
Really?
Yeah.
My mum's belly is half spherical. It'll just beep.
Excuse me?
Some just beep.
That beeping is her backing up in the bedroom. Which school do you go to?
Chapel.
Chapel? Which part of chapel isn't religious?
Probably Liberty.
Congratulations, and now go to bed.
Since I was born, I started to change. Now nothing ever goes my way.
You know, like men just throw their clothes on the floor when they've had one too many?
I am that person.
Was that you in my bedroom on Friday night?
I'm sorry to say, yes.
I'll smoke till I die, mate, and I don't really care.
And the sooner the better.
God, look, there's the Millennium Dome! Oh, wow, look!
It's not even funny, is it?
Huh?
But I'm laughing at it.
What do you mean not funny? It's hilarious.
Nick Abbott.
That little audio clip of Carol McGiffin going on about the dome, it makes it sound like she was out of her mind.
Yeah, funny that.
I can remember when I used to wear glasses of driving over the Westway, which is one of those elevated roads with buildings on either side and London stretching into the distance. You take your glasses off and it all becomes an impressionistic haze. It's a major advance in road safety. So Bin Laden has now got, guess what?
What?
Guess what, fool?
Okay,
Osama Bin Laden.
a new name?
No, Osama Bin Laden.
Marrakesh, Alak, Marrakesh.
No, Osama Bin Laden. What's he got? Nuclear weapons. The exiled billionaire Saudi terrorist leader has acquired tactical nuclear weapons from a former Soviet Central Asian states, according to a leading Arabic newspaper, as reported by Azagaris. So there's happy news. It just gets worse, doesn't it? Business is closing down, share prices gone, a quarter of the world in recession. We're going next. Everybody's going to lose their job. And Osama Bin Laden, one of the biggest nuts on the face of the planet, has got nuclear weapons. Hooray! Yeah, exactly, hooray. It can't get any worse than this. Oh, and in 2012, a cataclysmic event is going to wipe out the human race. Did you hear about that?
Oh, just to add to our misery.
Yeah.
No, which particular event?
Well, you'd have to expect that because this planet has in its history been battered by asteroids, and that was the reason that, what did you mean, do I drink it through the lid, by the way?
The coffee.
Yeah.
Russ thought it was very odd that, I've got my cappuccino here. It's got a plastic lid on it.
Yeah.
With a hole in it.
That's
and
right.
I know that you drink it through that, because
Yeah.
it's meant to taste better and keep the foam back and all kinds of things.
It does.
And, Russ thought I was some sort of freak.
Well, he's obviously not an urban sophisticate like what we are. He comes from Essex, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. So where was I?
I don't know.
Oh, yes, massive death and destruction.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Death, destruction, and coffee.
Yeah, because an asteroid wiped out the dinosaurs, so they say. An asteroid, if you watch that Channel 4 documentary about searching for a lost civilization by that bloke, whoever he was, great. Did you see that?
Oh, he's very good.
Oh, he is. No, you didn't see it, in other words.
No.
You've got no idea what I'm talking about.
None.
Well, apparently there was a lost civilization that we have no record of at all, apart from circumstantial evidence that they were a tribe that were tremendously advanced in their knowledge of the heavens and the stars and astronomy. And they set sail and made sites that corresponded to the constellations as they were in 10,500 BC, which is way before previously they thought that civilized organizations existed, right? They thought they were like hunter-gatherer cave people. Are you with me?
Kind of.
Yeah. And so they traveled the earth and they made they put sites that, I'm not saying that they actually made the pyramids, but they put sites where the pyramids are, and they perhaps subsequently made the pyramids over these over the. Oh, blimey! I hate this. This is one of those days. You know, some days you can just think of every word you want, and other days is just stumbling. I'm a stumbling. Thank goodness I didn't think of that word.
What word? Would you like me to fill in the blank?
Yeah.
Okay, how about
That's the one. Here's a call, our first one in Plymouth, but the point was that the asteroid disappeared them too, and it's going to do the same to us. 2012, apparently it has been foretold.
2012?
Yeah.
Oh, got a few years.
What's his name at the weekend foretold it?
Russell?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Hello, Jason.
Hello, Nick. If this asteroid thing destroyed the dinosaurs, how do you explain status quo and Barbara Cartland?
That's a good point.
Absolutely.
What the hell am I talking about?
Spit it out, man. What I want to talk to you sadly about, just for a change, is South Park.
Oh, blimey.
This is a bit sad and a bit anarchy.
Thank God that program is off the air, by the way, because we talk far too much about South Park. Every time there's a South Park call, I think...
Boring. Did you see the one on Friday, the last one of the series?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you reckon that was the best one?
No.
No? Or the alien one at the beginning of the series, as in Channel 4, because I don't know if they show it on the satellite or not, but I think they do, don't they?
Yeah, well, the one where he says...
Damn it, I didn't have an anal probe.
Something like that. I was just wondering, where do you, because very sadly I went around a local record shop like you do and looked under the soundtracks and all that sort of sad section. Under South Park, and, for instance, there's supposed to be a single out in a couple of weeks' time.
Which one?
I don't know. I think it could be that one. I think it could be.
Yeah.
I think they're going to release that, but I wanted to know where...
Radio stations aren't going to be able to play that. It says the V word.
You just have to play it on hospital radio or something.
Yeah. I'd love to hear somebody play that on a hospital radio. In fact, that's worth getting ill for.
It is. Well, the listeners are literally sick, so they might appreciate it.
Yeah, they would be sick. All those old farts in bed hooked up to their little beeping machines to be saying, "Holy poop on a stick." Did you hear that, Ethel, they'd say?
Where did you actually get all your little sound bites and things from? Are you sort of like sent promo copies and things for, only top DJ type persons, or have you just literally... I should imagine you recorded them off the telly, because that would be against the law.
Yes.
You have? Oh, well, don't tell anyone then.
No, yes is yes to everything that you just said, which is both sides of each argument.
And none of the above?
Or no, one of the two.
So, I forgot what the question was. No.
How would you know, you fat, sweaty mongoloid?
Well, you can see me as well. So, what did you do? Do you get, like, a promo thing and you've just recorded the sound bits?
What on earth do you want to know, boy?
Very, very sad. And anarchy type question, why it was leading up in that particular direction.
Yes, but where is this going? What are you going to do with the information?
Well, I want to know where you got them, so I can steal them too.
Well, for what purpose?
Well...
You're going to have your own radio show?
In my bedroom. No, not quite that sad. And also on that point, most people strive to actually, get a show on, a radio station, even be it a local one.
Mm-hmm. So
how come you get two on two national stations? And do your bosses know about it?
Two? You need to go back to your arithmetic lessons, or 1 and 1 is 1, dude.
No,
Are you insane?
Probably. How come you can work for two national stations? I mean, don't
you ask a lot of impertinent questions, Jason, and I'm beginning to dislike you.
How do you get away with it, though?
You wouldn't happen to be a journalist by any chance, would you?
No, not at all.
Okay, so...
How'd you get away with it,
So I think that's our first call.
Well, let's get back to it.
Radio. And now we'll be taking a break and coming back again. Are you beginning to understand the way this is going, Jason? Yes, not in the way that you want. You check this out. Yo.
You know what
Kev, come over here and check this out.
Check this out.
What?
You know what I miss?
I have never been so offended in all my life. Do that again? Oh, no.
This is for your dog.
Ah, that is disgusting. How could you?
No one can see me. If it was TV, that would be a different thing.
Talk about my Buffy like that.
You know what you need? You need a shaking plum.
Excuse me?
A shaking plum. I missed the fact that you had shaking things and you don't have them anymore.
Well, didn't we send them away? Oh, no, I think we probably promised that we were going to send them away, and then we flat out didn't. Have you sent that person who was wanting Don't Care by Clark Kent for a little daughter who was a gymnast?
Well, no, because you've got it, and we need to take the full version of it.
Right, so it's my fault, in other words, is it?
No, it's Six Flot's
I'll take
fault.
complete responsibility for that one then, shall I?
All right, Russ, it's your fault.
Okay then. Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? In 2012, the planet's going to be wiped out. As a civilization, we am gone.
That's true.
And what is going to survive? Okay? Before, whenever it was, whenever the last thing hit and that super-duper intelligent civilization who were astronomers and seafarers, and they put down the site that perhaps the pyramids were subsequently built on, you didn't see that program. You should have seen it. It was a great program. The pyramids correspond to the constellation in Orion's belt in the sky, because they all used to worship the sky. Because what we forget living in cities is the power of the night sky, because we don't ever see it. To us, it's just black. There might be a couple of stars at most. You go out into the countryside here, and you see, a fair number of stars. But in those days, can you imagine what the sky used to be like? Because they didn't have any artificial light. They didn't have any cities. They didn't have any pollution, and none of that. I mean, it must have been absolutely overwhelming. If you've ever gone to a desert, or totally out in the wilderness, like I was in Oregon, just miles from the nearest town, in the middle of the woods. It was the cleanest place I've ever been. And you look up at night in a clear sky, it is incredible how many stars are up there. They're so concentrated in some parts of the sky that the sky becomes actually white. Without exaggerating, I think you're looking down the spirals of the Milky Way. Astonishing. And so, in those times, you can understand how overwhelming an influence the night sky must have been. And, gradually they'll start to realize that it's not stationary and it moves and so on and so forth. And this guy was saying in 10,500 BC, this previously undiscovered civilization was building representations of the night sky on the ground. And they built the pyramids over these, what became, I still can't think of this word, religious sites, sacred sites, that's the word.
Okay.
And they did it, the Nazca lines, he kind of sketchily went over the Nazca, those great long lines and representations of spiders and so on in the desert that were only recently discovered because somebody flew over them. You can't really see them from the ground because they're so big.
Yeah.
Explain that.
I can't, can I?
The Mayan temples and this previously undiscovered thing that they just found in was it Japan somewhere underwater. Just great. And so this intelligent civilization, which spanned the globe and was we've only recently caught up. It's amazing how far ahead they were. They not only mapped the stars, they'd mapped the globe. Think about that. 10,000 years ago. More than that. Amazing. Are you amazed?
Very.
No, you're a rat's ass. You're just waiting for the lottery numbers to pop down, aren't you?
Oh, that's a good idea. We need to get the lottery numbers. But then it doesn't make any difference, because in 2012, that's it. Exactly.
And my point is, what is going to survive from us? What will survive? The dome? I don't think so.
Kilroy probably will.
No, Kilroy will be gone, but his tan is so strong that it will remain. The surface of his skin will just stay up like that. You better buy a new pair of jeans and they're rock solid and they stand up on their own pretty much. That'll be like his skin. It's perma-tanned skin. It's probably indestructible. He doesn't get radiation poisoning through that skin anymore. Leather is not as strong as Kilroy's skin. It's amazing. It's a whole new... And people will be taking bits of it in the years to come and saying this must have come from space. This is no kind of substance we've ever seen.
So if the world's going to end in...
Maybe that's why he doesn't bend too well anymore. It's not the... he hasn't left the coat hanger in his jacket, and he hasn't... somebody hasn't stuck a pole up his back. It's his skin doesn't bend anymore. Because he has this weird thing, because I know he's getting on a bit now.
Bless him.
It's this weird way of movement now. He's very kind of stiff and he moves kind of like a robot. Perhaps it's that his skin has become so tan that it's kind of coalesced into something that's not skin anymore. Maybe it's like some sort of advanced plastic.
I think you're going too far now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But if the world is going to end in 2012, the way I see it, you know, we have a choice. We can either stay on the air all night and, you know, put the Nick Abbott philosophy to the good people of the UK and some of Europe, or we can just go down the pub.
Well, it's your round, I think.
Okay, we'll be staying on all night then.
This is good news. Estate agents only earn 30 grand, top whack. Isn't that good news?
Do they?
Yeah, you go to an estate agent and you say you want to buy a house for whatever it might be. Say, for instance, I haven't done this myself, but say, for instance, you go in and you say, oh, I want, you know, you're looking in a posh part of London. You say, I've got 350,000 to spend. Now, I'm not suggesting that I've done this myself, because I haven't got 350,000 to spend, but I know a man who has. And you go in and you say, I've got 350,000 pounds. I want a 2-bedroom flat with an outside terrace. And they'll say, that's not very much, you know. What great news, they only earn 30 grand, they can possibly afford it. They probably live in some squalid hovel that, you know, that would, cars would turn their nose up at.
Cars have noses.
I'm thrilled with that news, estate agents, because they're so snotty about it, aren't they? Also, people who work in posh shops, you know, you go in and you want to buy a decent shirt or a suit or something like that, and they're all like, ooh, well, what are you, sort of thing. You know, if you're not dressed up in, you know, Italian grey everything, they kind of look like, ooh, what's that? Like something the cat coughed up. Yet they're probably earning, you know, £3.50 an hour and couldn't possibly afford any of the clothes that they're wearing. They're only top to toe in this stuff because and here's a surprise, clothes shops actually lend them the clothes to wear so that they'll look, you know, they'll improve the ambience of the whole thing, so you can actually see it moving and, you know, swishing about.
Swishing about?
Yeah, exactly, swishing about. You've been into a top person's clothes store, swishing is the order of the day.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're wearing like a shirt, then how's that going to swish, unless it's very big?
Well, if you're only wearing a shirt, then all manner of things will be swishing. And I don't wish to discuss it, if you don't mind.
Okay, we won't.
You had to bring this show down into the gutter, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
Art galleries, the same, ditto. You know, you go in and you haven't got £100,000 to spend on a Man Ray photograph, and they look at you like you're dirt, like something they stepped in, they look at you. And, you know, they're busy earning 15 grand a year. Screw them.
Or don't.
Well, you know, if they're really good looking, you should think about it.
Oh, please, no, just dragging it to the gutter.
What did I say? Oh, look who it isn't. On her birthday, too. It's her... What?
I have to take a break.
Taking a break?
Yeah.
Okay. This is great. This is a list of what people earn. This is just what you want. Because everybody moans and moans and... how much do you earn, Kev?
I don't.
What?
I don't. I do this for free.
You do?
Yeah.
You're mental.
I know.
And another thing, is that, you know, you've seen those adverts of, hey, come to Copenhagen, or fly with us to Amsterdam, from only £69 return.
Mm-hmm.
You flat out cannot get it for £69. Whatever the price in the paper is, forget it, double it and add tax. Because I did that this afternoon. Trying to get a flight to, I'm not telling you where.
Oh, go on.
No, because I want to go away for the weekend somewhere, and,
are you afraid I'm going to follow you?
No, I'm afraid these nuts are going to follow me. The price that they put in the paper bears absolutely no relation, oh dear, excuse me, whatsoever to the price that they quote you on the phone. Like, it's not even in the same league. It doesn't even have as many digits. How on earth do they get away with that?
Well, the answer to that and more coming up after this break.
And a credit card company sent me a list of hotels. They said, hey, we can get you great deals on all these fabulous hotels, and they're really cheap. Look. And I looked, and they were cheap. And so I rang them up, and I said, I'd like to go to this place here. And you've got 2 hotels listed in your brochure. And she said, oh, no, we can't give you those. You can only, the only one we've got left is 5-star, and it's 4 times as much as what we've advertised in there. Good grief, what the hell's going on here, Kev?
I don't know.
What?
But I do know we have to take a break.
Well, Kev will think about that and come back with the answer as we return.
Warm up the bass! No. Right. No. Right.
Oh, just slightly off. Very hard to hit the beat with this machine because there's a slight delay in it. It's a direct question to you, Kev.
Do you mean there's a slight delay in it, or...?
I mean, there's a slight delay in it. In it.
In it. Governor.
Let's take this mobile. He is on the M4. Hello, Chris.
Hello, mate. Yeah, I'm wondering if you can help me. I've got to, basically stamp out the colour brown from all walks of life, mate.
What, you don't like brown?
No, I don't like brown. I used to live in this crummy little bedsit. You know that really disgusting sort of laminate cover you get over chipboard furniture? That sort of deep chocolate brown.
Yeah.
Stamp it out, mate. You've got to start a crusade. I mean, that is, like you said before, like these Indians getting wiped out by an asteroid. That's the only thing that would survive an asteroid hitting tomorrow, would be this loads of brown chipboard stuff floating on a sea of dead bodies. It's just, get rid of it.
Blimey, this bloke's insane. You don't know Osama bin Laden by any chance, do you, Chris?
I've met him a couple of times now, yeah. He's using my gaff as a lockup.
Is that a fact? Okay, well, we'll get the address from you right after we finish this call. Thanks a lot, mate.
Lovely job. Hello, man.
0500 1053 89. It's a free call, and it looks to me, it only could be, it is Elizabeth from Cheddar.
Good evening, Nick.
Good evening, Elizabeth.
How are you?
I am all right.
It's my birthday today. I'm 31 today.
31 today?
A year older.
Than?
Nick.
You're a year older than?
Year older than 30, if I'm 31.
Hooray!
I had some more presents, Nick.
Oh, blimey, you suddenly got very loud.
I've had some more presents.
You did? Like what?
Yeah. My sister-in-law and brother brought me a £28 scent.
A what?
Scent. Perfume.
A £28 one?
Yeah, it was called £28. Like.
What did they say? Here, this costs £28?
It's on the box. And they,
it is?
Yeah. And
that is
send
shocking.
me a card.
Now, did they leave it on the box by mistake, or did they leave it on the box because it was expensive and they wanted you to know how much they really, really love you?
I think it's because he thought a lot of me, I reckon. He left that on the box.
Okay, obviously don't think very much of you. They should have taken the price off the box. It ain't the price that matters, it's the thought.
It's the thought, isn't it?
Yeah, and I thought about sending you a present, but I didn't. So I'm safe.
That's all right, Nick, don't worry. I was going to say, I have to get me brother something now, because I never bought, his birthday was in June the 2nd.
Yeah.
But I ain't bought his present yet. So I have to get his present soon, when because they would have brought me something.
Well, no, because, like I said, it's the thought that counts. It's not
the thought, yeah.
We're not trading here. They're presents. You don't have to get him a damn thing.
Yeah.
The hell with him.
I'll get him something if it's only a T-shirt or something.
Yeah. Get him some cheap crap. We'll send you one. We should send her a T-shirt and give her a brother. No.
I was going to say, my mum got me a card, my brother got me a card, my sister got me a card, but me other brother ain't got me a card yet. I said to me brother, why haven't you bought me a card? I said, I won't buy you a card.
Why not?
He ain't got me one. He said he forgot, he said.
No, wait a minute, but back up a second. He said, that sounded like there was some unpleasantness going on here.
Yeah, my brother from Froome, he should have sent me a card. I ain't had my present yet, so I have to ask them for my present when I see them, won't I?
What, do you not get on, you two?
Yeah, we got on, but it's far away, see? You live in Froome.
What, too far to send a card, you mean?
Yeah, I can't make it out. We should send a card, though.
Yeah.
So I'm good to me brothers, bro. I brought them all up.
He isn't a bar steward by any chance, is he?
No.
No.
I tell you the truth, I brought my little sister up and my 3 brothers.
Now, when you say brought them up, you don't mean like that, do you?
Babies, yeah, I looked after them.
Really?
Been a nanny to them, yeah.
Huh.
I brought them all up. Because they're younger than me, see. My brother was the ABA champion boxer.
Yeah.
He's 20.
He's a professional boxer.
Yeah, he's 20.
Yeah.
Then I got another brother 18. And one brother 16. And a sister 9.
And do you instill discipline in them?
No, they tell me, advice, and I give them good advice, and they give me good advice.
Yeah, you want to give them a good clip round the ear every now and again.
Yeah.
Except the boxer. You want to just, leave them alone.
Yeah. I'm going to say, Nick,
So did you get any cake today?
No, I didn't have no birthday cake, because I'm on a diet, and I thought myself, I've been round the town all day, visiting round the town and that, So what I done, I never had no lunch and no breakfast, so I had a treat when I come back. I had a few chocolate biscuits and a ham sandwich.
Well, it can help weight loss as part of a calorie-controlled diet, you mean?
Yeah. And
Did you put cream and butter on it?
And I had a treat today, being it was my birthday.
Yeah.
I treated myself to some cheese and onion crisps.
Ah.
Cheddar cheese with some crisps.
Because there's no fat in cheddar cheese and crisps at all, is there?
I think everything's fattening, really, even fruit. If you eat too many apples, because I read in a magazine, one apple is equivalent to a digester biscuit.
Well, that's rubbish. A digestive biscuit has about 3 or 4 grams of fat in it, and an apple don't have no fat in it at all, Elizabeth,
yeah, but
from
apple,
cheddar.
You weigh an apple, it weighs heavy, doesn't it? If you have an apple in your hand, it weighs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what everything weighs, what everybody, you put that much weight on.
Don't be daft, dear. as a professional slimmer, you should know this stuff.
I'm joking. No.
You're having a laugh with me, Elizabeth.
No, but
cheddar.
I don't think apples...
What?
Apples ain't fattening, because
No.
I have been on that fruit diet, like when I lost my weight. When I lost some weight last year.
So you've got an apple in one hand and a digestive biscuit in the other.
No.
Which?
No, the digester's fat, isn't it?
Imagine that you did. Which would you rather have? The apple?
The apple.
You would not rather have the apple, you liar. You would rather have the biscuit.
No, the apple, because it's less fattening.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're not being truthful with me. The question is, which would you rather have?
The apple, because I'm going off the biscuits. They digest their biscuits. They're old-fashioned. They was like years ago.
Right, so let's recap. So you didn't have any cake because you're a slimmer, but you came back from the shops and had a digestive biscuits, crisps, cheese, and a ham sandwich. Is that right?
No, I had some cookie chocolate biscuits. And it was nice.
Well, they're the healthy alternative. Is that what you mean? Cookie chocolate biscuits?
Yeah, the cookie ones, yeah. I was going to say, I better go on now. Let you go on to the next caller, and I, Nick.
It was Elizabeth from Cheddar. Thanks a lot, Elizabeth.
Bye, Nick.
Happy birthday to you.
Bye. God bless. Thank you.
God bless Elizabeth from Cheddar. Good boy and everything and all that and everything lovely. So, what are we doing now? Taking a break or what? Let's have another, let's point and laugh at more people who we hate. How about dentists? Everybody hates dentists, don't you? Hello?
Yes.
Dentists only earn, it's quite a lot, but it's not as much as I thought. I thought they would be earning $100,000. You know, the amount that they charge you to open your mouth and peer in it is just phenomenal. You can't get out of your dentist's office without spending at least 50 quid.
I've been to the dentist for 2 years, you know.
Well, I've been meaning to speak to you about that. Top whack dentist, 44,000. I'm amazed. I thought they earned much more than that. And that's NHS stroke private. Journalists, we hate journalists. They earn 30,000 tops. Unless they're editors, in which they earn more, 100 grand plus for a national. I don't know. What have you got? Oh, he wasn't talking to me.
No.
So it's 0500 1053 89. Nurses, 12 grand. Isn't that pathetic? No wonder nobody wants to be a nurse. I mean, the what you have to do and the hours that are required and the training that's required, and a staff nurse earns between 12 and 14 grand. That is diabolical. Policeman, constable, 15 to 24,000. Politicians, up to 148 grand. So on the one hand, we've got a politician who earns 148 grand, Lord Chancellor, that's what's his name, and a nurse who earns 12 grand. Think about that for a little while, won't you? 2, 1, go. Travel agents, 11 grand. Supervisor, 15 grand. Branch manager, 25,000. Everybody earns much less than I thought they did. Doctors, registrars, 26 grand. Senior registrars, 32 grand. Consultants, up to 57 grand. Of course, the whole doctor thing, though, you know the scam with the doctors? It's like politicians. They suck up to each other, and doctors sit on a sort of a little council thing and award each other pay rises. You know, you get half as much, you get the same again, just because other doctors say so. It's incredible. You aware of any of this?
No.
No, precious few people are.
It's an outrage.
And they just, to their mates. People who have made an outstanding contribution. In other words, who you go drinking with, right? But the bizarre thing about this is, everybody's earning much less than I had thought. An accountant. How much do you think an accountant earns? I thought it'd be like 100 grand. 40,000. Incredible. You go to a posh restaurant, on the very seldom occasions that I do such a thing, or you go to the theatre. Like, you go to the theatre in the West End here in London, it's 35 quid a seat. Per seat. Per seat. In other words, £70 for two. A meal on top of that, a decent restaurant, that's another 70 quid. That's £140 for a night out. And you go to any of these places and they're chock-a-block full every single night. Every night they're full. Who are all these people?
Well, London's a bit different, though, isn't it? Because you've got like 8 million people, and the highest earners in the country. So, I mean, of those 8 million, a higher percentage you're going to have more money than, say, in, Liverpool.
But does that answer my question? Who are all these people? I want a list.
Okay, well, first is John Barnaby of, do you want his address?
Well, he's obviously not included. Here's one in Glasgow. Hello, Zena.
Hi, how you
Zena,
doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Didn't ask.
I know, you didn't. What are your questions tonight about, Hi, you still there?
Well, I am.
You're talking about people that's maybe national health and it's sick and go to the doctor.
I don't recall talking about them, but I know I didn't request calls from them.
Sorry, am I saying the wrong thing here?
Well, I don't know. What are you saying, Zena? What is it that you're saying, dear?
Well, you know how like people that go to the doctor and they pay a lot of money for prescriptions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And people that go to the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Now, myself, I don't pay because I'm on national health.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you still there?
I am, yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I'm still here. So, I haven't been to the doctors this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to go to the doctors, but I don't want to bother him.
Well, that's probably a wise choice on your part. He's, at this moment, celebrating in a West End musical. And he'll be going out for a slap-up meal afterwards. Zena's not coming, he's saying.
No, I don't
Everyone gets the day off.
No, I don't mean that. I feel well this week.
Well,
But
great.
Right. Especially because I'm working.
Fabulous.
Is that good?
Sounds like a party to me, Zena.
Party?
What, at your place? I'll come over about 9, something like that. Okay, I'll bring a bottle of Lambrusco. Can I bring me mates? It's 0500 1053 89. When I were a lad, we used to have to push this bloody bike up this hill.
You were lucky.
Just to deliver to bread. But it was good bread in those days, not like the pansy stuff you get now. And that's how a programme director speaks. Here's one in London. Hello, Bob.
Hello?
Bob.
Yeah, hi, man. Nick. A new advert I've just seen for a famous brand of biscuit, yeah?
Yeah, lovely biscuits.
Different packaging. So they're saying, get the new blah, blah, blah. And underneath there's an asterisk. And it says, contains biscuits.
What?
Now, what I'm wondering is biscuit suddenly a controlled substance, right? And should the packaging also contain the logo, always read the label?
Only if biscuits are preceded with the word disco. But thanks for the warning, Bob. 0500 1053 89.
I think it's a joke campaign as well, Bob.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just say no.
That was nice.
Here's one in Colchester. Hello, Daniel.
Oh, hi, yeah. You should really, about the Lost Civilization show that was on, you should really get hold of a book called Keepers of Genesis that was written by the guy who presented it, Graham Hancock.
Mm-hmm.
Only it explains in more detail about some of the bits that they sort of went over in the show.
Right. Sounds like you've been thinking about this a lot, Daniel.
I have.
And does this whole scenario of us all getting wiped out in 2012 upset you any?
No.
But you did, but at least you thought about it, and I appreciate that you did that. You didn't leap to a conclusion. You thought about it first, and came, ordered your thoughts, and that's what came out. And it was a beautiful thing. Thanks a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. What the hell is going on with this show?
It's been odd so far, isn't it?
I'll say. I started the program with Osama bin Laden has just found himself a nuclear bomb.
Marrakesh, Alak, Marrakesh.
Had something to do with it. He was in cahoots with
Yak Azagaris.
And cahoots, by the way, is one of the Arabic states. Did you know that?
I was aware of that, yeah.
Yeah, cahoots. It was discovered by
Boutros, golly.
So we sent our roving reporter...
Derek Fatshit.
Excuse me? What was that you just said?
Derek Fatshit.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
So he had to stick his oar in. And then we really, this whole thing really went down the toilet. But the last thing we want is to have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because he is in Spain, as you know. Ole. 0500 1053 89. It's a freak all. Here is one in Brentwood. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Nick.
Paul.
I've got two things for you. One which will absolutely blow your mind and, may have you reaching for your plastic pants.
Yeah.
Which I'll come to second. I've got a couple of questions for you, of which you have to give me answers to.
Right.
Try to answer them as honestly as possible.
What kind of a phone are we speaking to you on here, Paul?
Well, I'm sure that the quality of the call will, outstretch...
Is that an answer to my question? Damn it, man, what kind of a phone are we speaking to you on?
A cordless one.
A cordless phone? Have you got a landline?
It's a great call.
It is a crap phone, though. Have you got a landline?
You phone me back on my mobile.
Oh, that would be worse.
Oh, no.
Is this the only kind of phone you got at your place?
Well, my mobile is completely crystal clear. It's not one of the cheap ones. It's not on the,
Don't say it.
Okie dokie.
Well, I haven't got a cheap one. Mine's crap. I can never pick up a signal.
Well, the coverage is good round this area. Anyway, give me your favourite colour. Give me a favourite colour of yours.
The coverage is good round his end. My favourite colour?
Yeah.
My favourite colour for what?
Your favourite colour. The favourite colour.
Well, I guess that would have to be green.
Green. Right, now give me 3 adjectives about that colour.
Green?
Yeah.
Greeny, greenerer, and greeniest.
Greeniest is not a word.
Describe the colour with adjectives.
With adjectives?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. Where is this going, Paul?
Go for it.
Soothing.
Soothing, yep.
Fresh.
Yep.
Lively.
Lively, yep, right. I'll cut it short and do the next one. Your favourite animal. Give me 3 adjectives about your favourite animal.
Soothing, greeniest, and lively.
Right, you are soothing, fresh, and lively, and you want people to think you're soothing, fresh, and lively. Right, that's completely bullshit up, but never mind.
That was it.
That's it. Trust you, you're a psychologist. Is that what you're saying?
The second point.
Okay, open wide.
Right, this will shock you.
And now spit.
This will shock you.
Yes.
Right. Eric Carlton. Yes?
Yeah.
His father's not around, yes?
Okay, stop. I don't want to know.
I think you're going to find out before the series hits, aren't you?
Why?
Because someone's going to tell you you're going to hear it, or someone will mention it in the middle of a call, or something.
Uh-huh.
It's actually,
Boring.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of what you might expect of the series.
Right.
Don't know.
It's Mr. It'll be Mr. Hanky, the Christmas.
No.
Anyway, I gotta go, Paul.
Nick.
What?
It's a break.
It's a break now. Hooray!
That's what Paul was going to tell you.
Okay.
Wasn't it, Paul?
Weird exam answers, actual real-life answers as written in exams. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do them all at once. This is a tiny piece of paper and we're just going to get rid of them.
Okay.
Nitrogen is not found in Ireland because it's not found in a free state. Oh, dear. blood flows down one leg and up the other. A fossil is an extinct animal. The older it is, the more extinct it is. This looks like it was clipped from national newspapers. If you've seen this before, then forgive me. This passed me by. Somebody sent me this. Question. What is germinate? The verb to germinate. What is that? Answer. To become a naturalized German. Question. What is rhubarb? Answer. A kind of celery gone bloodshot. Question. What should you do for a nosebleed? Answer. Put the nose much lower than the body until the heart stops. Question. What should you do for a dog bite? Answer. Put the dog away for several days. If it has not recovered, then kill it.
Well, not good advice, by the way. If you're tuning in thinking that this is a discussion program about pets, then it isn't.
Question. What is a vacuum? Answer. A large empty space where the Pope lives. And finally, how do you keep milk from turning sour? Answer. Keep it in a cow. There's a lot of crap written about the Tory party conference. People are saying, oh, well, what's the point? I don't understand that way of thinking. I mean, I know that journalists have got space to fill and they get paid more if they say, quotes, outrageous things. And, if they side with Hitler, then they'll get paid more and more. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That kind of tendency. Let's say really Nazi, fascistic things, and we'll get paid more. Hooray! Because people will write and complain, and that's how they judge, the effectiveness of their columnists. I could be a columnist. All gypsies should be put to death. That's $100,000 a year. Thank you very much. It's of that order. It's kind of pathetic, don't you think? If you've got nothing to say, just say, black people are criminals at the $150,000 a year. Thank you very much. Or gay people should die by the sword today. Machine gun them to death. That's $200,000. My price is going through the roof. You know what I mean? Well, it's, but people like that have been saying, well, what's the point of this Tory conference? They're all a bunch of dribbling old farts and they're never going to get elected in ever. So why bother? What the hell are they talking about? So what's the Tory party going to say? Well, we're not going to get in next time. Probably not. Let's just give up. We'll come back in we'll take a break. We'll come back in 10 years, and by that time everybody will be sick of Labour, and so we'll just pop in then, shall we? Well, what are they supposed to do? Well, let's just give up and let's just forget it, okay? What, I mean, that's just... and the thing is about the people who write this crap is they know it's crap. But as I said, they've got this space to fill, and the more stupid nut things that they say, the better. For them. Because it gets them noticed. If they spent their life saying, intelligent, well-thought-out things, then they'd be lost in the midst of a lot of other intelligent people who are saying well-thought-out things. And they would kind of be shown up as, rather shallow thinkers. Because if you're going to, fight on an intellectual level, then you've got to have, something upstairs. Which is why I don't do topics and issues and all that sort of jazz, so I can't compete with people like Peter Dealey. So I just play fart noises on the radio. Hooray! That's me. I know my level. But that lot, they pretend to be saying, deep things. And, the problem with the society today is, I kind of don't even want to go down there. I don't even want to say it as a joke, because they kind of make me puke. But what the hell are they talking about? Well, are the Conservative Party just supposed to pack up and go away for 5 years, or 10 years, or whatever it is that they're supposed to do? Just say, well, sorry. We know we're not going to get voted in next time, so see ya. We'll come back in 12 years, and then, maybe you'll like us again. But it's just mad. I mean, they know it's nuts. Why the hell do they give up valuable newspaper space to print this crap when it could be, showing young women with their whaps out?
You're right there, sick boy. Yeah.
Here's one in Cornwall. Hello, Russell. Russell.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Who am I speaking to?
Who did you call?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been sitting on here so long, I forgot what I was... What I was doing.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Terrible. I'm phoning you up to basically ask what subject are you talking about, because we seem to have lost the thread somewhere along the way.
What subject? We've lost the what thread? We had a thread?
Oh, I see. Now I'm with you. I'll have to listen to your programme more often. And
Sure.
then I can,
Either that or less. One of the two.
Oh, dear.
But whichever, stop calling. Thanks a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. Can we get just one more in, perhaps, before we go to the snooze? Hello, London. Yes, Mark.
Hello?
Mark.
Man, what kind of callers you got on here, man?
I don't know, but you fit right in, don't you? Good grief. 0500 1053 89. It is a freak all. And we'll go to the snooze, we'll come back out. This is actual real-life adverts in the back of newspapers. You're going to have to think about this for 5 seconds. It won't be a waste of your time. Advert in a paper, stock up and save. Limit 1. Right.
Talk Radio satellite weather. Eastern England will be cloudy with outbreaks of rain this evening. The rest of Britain dry with long clear periods, but turning quite cold. I said the rest of Britain dry with long clear periods and turning quite cold. Lows of 8 Celsius. Thank you. But -2 in parts of Scotland. Talk Radio News Time. It's 4 minutes past 8.
I don't really give a crap. This is Talk Radio, the 1998 KPMG commercial radio station of the year.
Dear Nancy, congratulations on a great show. The fax machine's only just caught up, unfortunately.
What did he call me?
Nancy.
Really?
Yeah.
My mum's belly is half spherical. No, just beeps.
Excuse me?
Some just beep.
That beeping is her backing out in the bedroom. Which school do you go to?
Chapel.
Chapel? Which part of chapel isn't religious?
Probably University.
Congratulations, and now go to bed.
Men just throw their clothes on the floor when they've had one too many.
I am that person.
Was that you in my bedroom on Friday night?
I'm sorry to say, yes.
I'll smoke till I die, mate. I don't really care.
And the sooner the better.
God, look, there's the Millennium Dome. Wow, look.
It's not even funny, is it?
Huh?
But I'm laughing at it.
What do you mean not funny? It's hilarious.
Nick Abbott.
So Chris Smith says that ITV companies moving news at 10 to early evening would be a clear breach of broadcasting legislation. And I'm thinking, what? What the hell's it got to do with him? Sticking his great oar in where it's not needed nor necessary. ITV is a company. It's there to make money. Do you think that people are going to be up in arms because Trevor McDonald is going to be saying, and now there's the news at 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever?
Is he? It's an outrage.
It is not an outrage. And the movie that they show at 9 o'clock gets... that is the outrage, because the movie they show at 9, there's an hour until the news at 10, which is half an hour of unadulterated misery and boredom. Am I right? Yes. And you have to wait half an hour for the movie to start back up again. And by the time, you get past the age of 25 and you're asleep at 10... Kev's asleep already.
Yes. I've woken up then. I heard my name.
So that's just mad. Can you think of anything more ridiculous than interrupting a film halfway through to show the news? I mean, that's just stupid.
And even if you're not asleep, you sort of think, well, I've waited half an hour, and you'll be flicking around during the news to other channels. You'll find something more interesting that's about to start, and you'll just forget about watching, or you'll take the other half, and you won't bother watching it.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. They should move it, of course. Right, so that's sorted.
Yeah. Why did they should just ask you, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Never mind all this money on research.
All this, all this crap about, focus groups and market research and all that rubbish. Just ask me.
Funnily enough, the boss said exactly the same thing just before the show.
Really?
Yeah. He was in a meeting all day and he said to me, they should just ask me. And, I could tell them and they could give me the money. He was also complaining about the fact that his electric toothbrush only got 7 out of 10 in a popular men's magazine.
How much did it cost?
It didn't cost as much as the one that won it. It cost half as much, but apparently it was quite expensive. As you would imagine.
£180.
I believe it was, actually, yeah.
There's a move to stop paying service charge on restaurant bills. Now, I'm all for tipping. But the shocking thing here is that, and this is in the Independent, and the Good Food Guide, which is just out today, editors are suggesting to their readers that the restaurant goers should rise up against the tide of service charge hypocrisy benighting the country, was their phrase. And I didn't realise this, but when you pay a service charge in a restaurant, it doesn't go to the people who have waited upon you. It goes to the restaurant. They don't see any of it.
I didn't realise that.
No, I didn't realise that either.
Are we stupid?
Must be. If there's anybody working in a restaurant, particularly a posh restaurant where they, they charge 12.5%, 15% service charge, then I want to hear from you, and I want to know if the money actually goes to you, as I thought it did, or whether you don't see a penny of it and it goes straight to the restaurant. Because if it's going to the damned restaurant, I ain't paying it.
You're talking about because there's service charge and there's tips.
No, most fancy schmancy restaurants now you go to, the bill will arrive with the price that you expected to pay, and on top of it, it says optional service charge, which is only optional if you don't mind being thrown headlong from the restaurant.
Yeah, okay.
With a meat cleaver in the back of your head. I thought that money went to the waiters and the busboys and the the wine waiter and all that jazz.
The grunts.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Apparently, it goes straight to the restaurant, into the pocket of the people who own the restaurant. Can you believe that? So if you work in a restaurant and you've got the inside
poop.
Yeah. For want of a better phrase, yes, the inside poop.
Holy poop on a stick.
That's what we'll be serving later on tonight, by the way, in the lovely peanut sauce. So I want to know, 0500 1053 89, it's a freak or. Here is a person in Sharon called Birmingham. Hello.
Hello there.
Yes.
I guess you only took my call because it's a compliment. You took it very quickly.
Oh, did I? Okay, I'll put you back on hold and take someone who's been waiting longer than you have. I didn't actually look at the time that people have been waiting. Perhaps I should have done and been totally fair about it. Here's one in Dereham. Hello, dear.
Oh, hello, Nick.
Oh, it's an old dear in Dereham.
That's me. I don't want to be boring. It's about the lottery, which I have not done. I've never bought a ticket.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I want to ask you a question.
What's your query, madam?
Listen, you know when you used to do it on a Saturday?
Excuse me?
Do you remember? Well, I remember when you used to do the numbers on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
And you used to do ping, ping, and bong, bong. With
right.
You did, that's it. Well, the thing is, I used to do it on a piece of paper before you gave them out. And I did it for a few weeks, and then it suddenly struck me like a silly old fool I was. Just think if I'd thought of them in my head and the numbers had come up, and I hadn't bought a ticket.
Yeah.
That would have been awful.
You would have felt like a silly old bag.
Which I am, of course. But the thing is, this is my query. You being in the capital of our great, great, great country.
Yeah.
Where you know everything.
Of course.
Do you know the numbers that have already won? Can you find out, is it possible for me to find out the numbers that have won? Because I don't want to buy a ticket, which I'm thinking of doing, and use the numbers that they've already won on, because the chances of it coming up twice are nil. You see what I mean?
No, you're talking rubbish, Hazel.
No, I'm not.
The very same numbers could come up next week as came up last week. There's an equal chance for that to happen as any other numbers. And that's why that whole rigmarole that they go through every time a ball comes down, that's silly arse who reads out, and here's number 15. This is the third time that number 15 has come up this month, and the fourth time that it's appeared as the third ball, you know. What the hell's he talking about? It's just a random collection of numbers.
Well, no, say it was 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, and the bonus one was 40 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, what's the chance of that coming up again after it's been won?
The same chance as it not coming up, but the same chance as any other collection of balls coming up. One result has nothing to do with any other result. Don't you understand? It's a completely random set of numbers.
No, but that means
it's like you're flipping a coin, okay?
Yeah.
If a tails comes up once, then it has no relationship to the likelihood of tails coming up either next or ever again. It's got nothing to do with it. It's random.
Oh, so if I buy a ticket, which is to be the first time this week,
Yeah.
if I happen to use numbers that they've already won millions from,
Yeah.
the chance of it coming up again are pretty good.
They're the same as any other selection of numbers that you put down.
I'm trying to earn a fortune.
You silly moo.
Just a quickie, in case you wondered, I expect you wondered where I'd been, because I've phoned since Friday. I knew you were worried, I could tell by your voice.
Just a quick one.
I could tell a quick one. Oh, happy birthday to Elizabeth. I hope all her wishes and dreams come true.
Yeah, happy birthday.
To dear Elizabeth and
I
general.
know.
No, the thing is, I've been knitting, as you fired the bullets at me last time, didn't you? Remember?
I did what?
You fired the bullets at me last,
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I've been feverishly knitting. I'm not very good at knitting.
Mhm.
A chainmail vest.
Really?
So the chances of, I had to go to the ironmonger's, and he was rather out of double knitting wire wool, so I've been struggling with netting, chicken netting.
Okay, dear, well, let's put it to the test. Oh, dear. We've got a result, ladies and gentlemen. And what's your last dying word?
You miss me.
She's as mad as cheese.
Tommy Boyd.
Recently, a friend introduced me to a new dimension in human relationships. Not only is it accessible, clean, and budget-friendly, it's more fashionable than it's ever been. Bondage. It's fantastic. With a black leather basque, a Frank Boff t-shirt, and a hot water bottle full of Swarfiga.
Tommy Boyd, from 3 every weekday afternoon on Talk Radio.
Oh, yeah. Just been, the fax number, by the way, is something that Kev will give you. He'll do that whole thing.
Okay. You can fax us or email us. Fax first. 0541 59 69 79. Or email. People are still getting this wrong, despite the fact that we explain it all the time. N for Nick. N Abbott, 2B's 1T, at talk-radio.co.uk.
Yeah, exactly.
No variation on that. Not Nick Abbott. Not Nicky Horn.
Right.
N Abbott, 2B's 1T, one word, like Nabbot. Nabot. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, do the website thing too.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to look at some of Nick's fabulous sites and see what,
I should look at them myself. I should look myself up.
You mean before we recommend all
just after I look up myself?
Yes. Is www.nickabbott.com. That's one word, by the way. Nick Abbott, 2B's 1T. That should confuse people.
And somebody's just sent us a fax from,
Birmingham.
It's from the Birmingham Evening Mail. Now, it looks genuine. It looks like a genuine photocopy of the adverts in the back, but it's kind of hard to believe that this is true. Under the bargain buys section, it says, blow up doll. Almost as new. Needs cleaning. Slightly stained, easy clean, plastic maid's outfit. Offers around £100.
What kind of sick weirdo are you?
And there's a phone number after it.
Oh, well, look, let's be honest, right? It's so unlikely that it's real.
Yeah.
Remember to dial 9 first.
Huh? How can that be?
Oh, you're probably I think you're trying to dial out on the boss line. You see what I mean?
No.
Yeah. Try a different line.
Who's this?
It's your mom.
Is David there?
Yeah.
Idiot.
We need to drop out some digits.
Now this is, I can't really make out that number, unfortunately.
Oh dear. Well, what's it look like?
Is that a 5?
I can't see it from here, unfortunately. Yeah, let's just say it's a 5.
I don't want to call the wrong number on this, because that would be embarrassing.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized.
Yeah.
Please check and try again.
No.
Well, should we have a look at it and we'll get our microscopes and magnifying glasses and see if we can make out the number for it?
Well, let's call this bloke, Trevor, and we'll get that number, because I want to call this person. I can't believe that.
All right, Sick Boy, can you grab that documentation there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Marvelous. Here's a call in London. John.
Nick, how are you?
I'm all right.
Listen, I was just listening to you a moment ago. You were talking to that old lady who rang up.
Yeah.
And she was talking about gambling and how certain lottery numbers won't come up more than once. Or you corrected her to that effect. But I just wanted to put this to you. You may be able to answer it, or maybe one of your listeners who's maybe a professor of statistics or something might be able to come up with some explanation for it. What if you tossed a coin, say you toss a coin twice. The first time, it's got an even chance of coming out with heads or tails. So the second time, so the third time. But if you tossed it 5 times, the chances of it coming up with heads 5 times is only 1 in 5. If you tossed it 50 times, the chance of coming up in heads the whole time is only, I should say, 25 out of 50.
Now, when you said 1 in 5, what does that mean?
Oh, well, I made a mistake there, I'm sorry.
Right.
But the thing is, if you tossed it 50 times, if you tossed a coin, the chances of it coming up 50 times heads only, so 50 times heads, is very, very small. So progressively, the more you toss a coin, the greater the chance, surely, is that it will come up with a different face than the previous number of times you tossed it. So you tossed it 5 times.
But don't call me Shirley.
So you saw that movie too the other night?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
well, we're into... I can't explain that because I switch off when people start spouting statistics at me. I did statistics in my first year at university. It was the only exam that I took that whole year. It was an open book exam. You could take your calculators and all of your textbooks in. I got a D. You're asking the wrong person. But I do vaguely remember that he did this, you're flipping a coin, and there's some incredibly complicated... we're into probabilities now, and it's just too complicated for me to either remember, or even if I knew it, to go into now.
Well, let's just hope that there's someone out there who's listening who might
keep it to themselves. Yeah, let's hope so. Thanks a lot, John. That'll be the first thing you learn in your P101 Psychology Statistics course, but not here, because this ain't no education. Do I sound like I'm educating you?
He was very good.
He was all right. He's an intelligent guy.
He's probably the most intelligent caller we've ever had.
I know. Here's one in Marlborough. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Nick.
Mark.
Nick.
Mark.
I'd like to speak to you about Mr. Hancock. Graham of the said name.
Who?
Graham Hancock.
Right.
Yes, the man who believes the Earth's going to end in 2011.
Oh, this is the chap who was behind the Channel 4 document. Yes. Is that his name? Is it? Right. Okay.
Okay.
Carry on.
He
doesn't believe that, but I think an Aztec tribe or something like that, the Aztecs or something like that, they used to believe it.
Yeah,
like that.
well, what he believes, he does actually make reference to the fact there'll be a cataclysm of some description, and he reckons that all civilizations were wiped out by a massive flood.
Yeah.
And that's why no matter which religion or society you go back into, there's always some flood mythology.
Yeah.
But he reckons that when the next asteroid hits, or whatever, sea level will rise 700 meters. So you could still, in theory, some men or part of the population, in inverted commas, will survive. So I was just going to ask you, if you had to be 700 meters high when the cataclysm hits and the seawater rises almost overnight, where will you be? On top of Vanessa Phelps or up Ben Nevis?
If I had to be 700 meters high, then I'd probably be in Amsterdam at the time. Just floating lightly above it. Thanks a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. It is a free call. Actual adverts. Have we got this bloke's number yet?
We have had a couple of tip-offs with regard to that one, and we tried calling it, and it's a fake number. It doesn't exist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we tried it.
Boo.
Which is a shame. I'm sure it would have made for a comedy radio moment.
Yeah, it would have been hilarious.
Like the time... You know a comedian called Phil Kay?
I'm thinking about laughing anyway.
Phil Kay, stand-up comedian, when on stage used to do this, he had a phone, very, very funny. On TV he was rubbish, but on stage he's great.
I disagree.
Oh, well. On TV it doesn't transcend, because most of his stuff is him just standing there with an audience and he reacts to the audience.
Yeah.
But he had a newspaper, and it's, this poor little old lady had written lost three-legged cat, so he phones up the number, and the woman says, hello, he says, yes, about your advert about the lost cat, lost three-legged cat. She goes, oh, yes, have you found it? He goes, no, but I found its missing leg. Sorry, was that sick?
Well, it was offensive. It was offensive to people with three-legged cats.
You've got a three-legged cat, haven't you? That's why you're upset.
Don't bring me pussy into this.
I apologize.
Don't you talk about Fluffy like that.
Okay.
So it's 0500 1053 89. The fax number is who cares? I can't believe we haven't got any calls from people who work in restaurants. I know you ain't got no money, but it's a free call.
Maybe they're all working tonight.
I suppose this would be the time that they would be working, yeah. Well, some of them. I mean, the size of the audience we've got, the statistics are, and this is about the only thing I learned in statistics, that there's some of them who are going to have the night off. Bound to. Come on, somebody must work in a restaurant and know something about the service charge that they stick on the end of your bill, and you've got to pay it unless, they threw the meal down your front. Apparently, it doesn't go to the waiter, it goes to the restaurant. And the waiter gets nothing. Not nor nothing. So we'll go through them anyway. Here's one in Birmingham. Hello, Michael.
Oh, hi, Nick. How are you?
All right.
Grand. Right, since we're on the subject of maths and stats, we'll have a bit of a stats. Yeah, well, this is good. This one's good. He's a bit long now, so you got to stick with it, but he's very interesting.
Oh, blimey. Oh, no.
No, it's good.
A long one?
Okay, I'll give it to you as quickly as I can, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Game show. You're a contestant, there's 3 boxes in front of you.
Yeah.
The money's in a box, you've got to get the money. He asks you to pick, you've picked a box, right? He then says, what I'll do is I'll make it a bit easier for you, and he shows you an empty box. So what you're left with is 2 boxes, one that you've already picked, and there's an empty one, yeah?
Right.
Oh, so there's one that's already picked, and there's another one, you don't know whether the money's in it or not. He says, do you want to change, or do you want to stick? Now, bearing in mind there's only 2 boxes left, I would say most people would think it doesn't matter if you stick with the box you've got or you change, because there's only 2 boxes and you know the money's in one of them.
Correct.
But curiously, that is not the case. The case is that if you change the box, you've got a 2/3 chance of getting the money. Now, I'll leave it with you, and I'll leave it with one of your listeners perhaps to phone in and explain it.
You're talking rubbish,
absolutely true, absolutely true, and you have to actually do it. You get yourself 3 plastic cups and a pea, and get old sick boy there to do it for you. And, you have a go at it, and you'll find that it works. If you change over, you'll find it'll be...
Having already shed a disgusting cab ride with sick boy, I'd rather he didn't pee in my cup. But thanks for the suggestion.
All right, then.
0500 1053 89. What the hell was that bloke talking about?
I don't know, but he was clearly very intelligent.
No, obviously not.
Well, he sounded quite bright.
He was talking rubbish, man.
Well, it was entertaining rubbish, to a point.
Here's a mobile on the M6. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Right, I phoned up to tell you about, I don't know if it's the same thing, but I used to work as a porter in a hotel, yeah?
Yeah.
And, every coach that we emptied and we filled up again with the bags, they used to give £5 tip, yeah?
Right.
And we used to do like 3 of these a day, which was £15 a day. And that was over the period of the year. And we never seen it. We never seen any of it. The hotel grabbed a lot, which must have been £1,000 or something.
Well, they actually give you the money in your hand?
Yeah.
And then the hotel says, gives it back?
Yeah, put it in the box.
Unbelievable.
And we'll split it up at Christmas.
Really?
But they never did. But why they did that, Nick, was nobody sticks it any more than 3 months, yeah?
Right, so the hell with you, basically?
Yeah. It was murder.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're all at it, I think.
And so, couldn't you just pocket it and not give it back? Say, they never gave us anything.
Well, a couple of the drivers told me to do that, but they know the coaches that's coming in and going out, yeah? And they had the nerve to ask you where the money was. Yeah? It's the same thing, really.
Unbelievable. All right, thanks a lot, John.
No problem.
Ta-ra.
Cheers, Nick.
0500 1053 89. Here's a bloke who works in a restaurant. Hello, Nigel.
Yeah, hello, Nick. I called about 20 minutes ago, actually, and I was sitting there waiting for you to speak to me on A-by. I got pulled up by the police, so I've been breathalyzed while I'm waiting, so hang up. take the call quicker.
And how did it go?
I'm still driving, so I must be all right now.
You're still driving. Well, that's great. You made it.
I made it.
Everyone's thrilled.
I'm happy too. I'm calling actually because I've worked in the bar trade and restaurant trade for ages, and what a boring call this is, but anyway. Basically, people don't tip in this country. They don't. You go to America, they give 10%, and that's what I always do. I'm sure you do when you go out. You give 10%, don't you? If the food's good and the service is good, you give them a tip.
Yes.
People in this country don't. They don't bother giving any money at all. They might give 5 or 10p, which is an insult, but they don't tip.
Okay, I'll tell you who's worse. Australians, because they come over here with their backpacking things, and they haven't got any money at all. When
let them in.
When a group of Australians come to your restaurant, your heart must sink.
Well, you shouldn't let them in. But a couple of the waitresses, actually, a couple of weeks ago, I caught them. They'd got fed up with not having tips, so they'd handwritten on the bottom of all the receipts, service tip not included, and handwritten 10% on it. Because they were fed up with not getting any tips, which I stopped them doing. But, you should give tips, and that's why. But it all goes to the waitress stuff.
Right, well, we're not talking about the same thing, because it doesn't sound like your kind of restaurant is... Well, first of all, they don't add an optional service charge to the bill.
No, I don't. But having said that, I've been in places where you do, and it does go to the waiter and the waitress. I haven't heard of anywhere where it doesn't. They might pool it. They might put it all into a pool, and at the end of the year or something, they put it towards a Christmas party or something like that. But that's up to that. But there's no way the restaurant would keep it as far as anyone else.
Well, in the Independent here, there's a bloke who went to one of the most expensive restaurants in London, the Connaught Grill Room. It's the Connaught Hotel, which that's one of the ones on Park Lane, isn't it?
Yeah,
something like one of those 5-star super duper, £350 a night for a room, plus VAT, plus breakfast. That's the order of the place we're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. And the meal was £200.
Right.
The 15% service, that's for two. It's 15% service charge on top. And as an experiment, in order to, as a journalist, in order to write this article, he said, right, well, I'm not gonna pay it. It's an optional service charge. He said, it's against my beliefs. I won't pay it. And they, because it's a posh place, they didn't make a big deal about it. They didn't slap him across the chops and, pour the contents of a gravy boat down his pants. They just said, that's fine with us. And then the waitress leaned towards him and said, doesn't make no difference to us anyway, because we don't get the money.
Well, the waiter probably wasn't talking the truth anyway, but Hard Rock Cafe the same. I tried to refuse a service charge there. I had a terrible time. Can I mention their name? Yeah, I have anyway, but...
Hard Rock?
Yeah, I refused the service charge there because they're in and out, just rush you to the door and it's crap service, so I didn't want it.
Well, I've been in the Hard Rock. I thought the service was fine.
I have too, but like any place, you can get good nights and bad nights.
It's absolutely right. They probably didn't like your attitude.
They're probably so, and quite rightly. I'm a rude person. But having said that, it should go towards the waiter, and I believe most places do. And plus the fact I know loads of journalists and they don't tell the truth.
Oh, well, that is true, yeah. What the hell am I talking about? No, I guess not.
I went out for a meal and
it was great, yeah. Good point. Thanks a lot, Nigel.
No problem.
0500 1053 89. It's a free call. Here is, let's see who's been waiting the longest, as I was pulled up about that a little while ago by some old bag who since has left. It's one in Harlow. Harlow?
Hello?
John?
Oh, hi, about the statistics.
Yes.
We were posed a question in maths a while ago on this, where we were to find out if, what would be the chances of picking a court card out of a deck and then leaving that card out and picking another one.
Yeah.
And the way to do it was, so there's 12 court cards in a deck, so then it would be 12 in 52. And then the second one would be 11 in 51. And then you add the 11 and 12 together.
Can I just stop you there for a second, John?
I don't really give a crap.
0500 1053 89. It's a free call. That wasn't rude at all, was it?
No, that was fine. I'm sure John understands.
Yeah, just checking.
Yeah.
Here's one in Manchester. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
How's it going?
A bit nervous. About the lottery idea.
Yeah.
When you do the coin, does the coin have a personality and know what its previous instance was?
No.
So therefore you can't predict it?
Precisely.
But you could get a whole complete list of every single number that's ever been done and go for the most popular ones and use a computer program to work them out.
No.
Stick with those.
No.
Not at all.
What, you're talking about the lottery now?
Yeah.
Rubbish.
It's a probability.
No, it's not probability.
I know, because it's equal, because in terms of probability, they've all got equal opportunity of chance, haven't they?
Yeah, the balls at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have an equal chance of coming up as any other set of balls.
That's our understanding of mathematics at the moment. What about another invent your own idea and stick with that? The mathematics that we use now is 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
And we stuck by it rather than invent something new like chaos, which in the last 10 years has been involved, developed, etc.
Right.
And also another thing, have you seen X-Files film?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Not yet, no.
I won't tell you anything about it.
Okay, good man. 0500 1053 89. It's a free call.
It's very good, though.
It is?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I've read so-so reviews.
Yeah, well, I kind of went off the X-Files in a big way, because it just got boring.
Well, you know, the X-Files is best when it's a bug hunt. Like they said in Alien 2. Aliens, yeah. It's a bug hunt. When they go after the sewage-sucking monster with the big lips, that kind of thing. That's when I like it the best. All of this stupid, the shenanigans with the, deep throat and everyone's out to get us and, working, all of that sort of the smoking men, all that sort of jazz. That gets boring because it's not exciting. What we want is them running through a forest with a torch straight at the camera. That sort of stuff. That's good.
You get a fair bit of that in the film.
Did you see the birthday issue last week on BBC One? The 100th anniversary issue, the 100th episode, something like that. Oh, blimey, I'm getting a headache.
100th anniversary.
Did you see it? Yes or no?
No!
Good grief. How can you not have seen that? Hands up in there who saw the 100th birthday thing of the X-Files. You're looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Hands up who saw 100th birthday episode anniversary thing? No?
Oh, it was good because they went back to before the X-Files actually started as a sort of celebratory thing. Before Mulder got interested in, all that jazz.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. The funniest part was where his cell phone goes. And you know what those cute little cell phones that they've got? Because it was 1979, I think. It was like a flashback to before the X-Files began. And about halfway through, Mulder's cell phone goes, and he pulls he pulls out a cell phone the size of a brick, and then it cut away straight away. But it was just like a thrown away thing. I thought it was hilarious. Because you remember how big cell phones used to be. You remember that people used to have mobile phones in cars, which used to be the ultimate yuppie statement.
Oh, yeah.
And they used to take them with them. And it used to be a briefcase, like literally the size of a small briefcase they used to have to pull out of their cars and go into bars. And it'd be, yah, Henry.
Did you have one? Well, you wouldn't have a car,
No,
I guess.
I haven't got a car. What the hell would I be doing back with a car phone, you stupid great gonk?
I thought it was a useless
Oh, yeah, you useless, stupid, great gonk. You are a useless, stupid, great gonk, is the correct answer.
Write it down.
Yeah, yes. Here's one in London. Hello, Anthony.
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to make a comment on the program that you saw, Lost Civilizations. It was a most phenomenally fascinating program. I mean, it really was.
And particularly well filmed, I thought. It looked beautiful.
It was beautifully done. But what occurs to me about it is the fact that at that time and the time span they're talking about, that civilization had to have evolved in order to get to that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about probably many, many years after the dates that they were giving. And that makes it even more fascinating.
Yeah, you mean before the dates that they were giving?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thousands and thousands of years, you would think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it throws so many other ideas out the window.
And then they chose this time, 10,500 BC, this, which I think the part of the suggestion was, not directly stated, was that some cataclysmic event, perhaps an asteroid from space, started the thaw from the Ice Age, and the water started to rise hundreds of feet in a matter of days, they said, which is extraordinary. I mean, if that happened now, then we'd be gone. There wouldn't be any time to pick up your valuables and flee. You'd be dead.
It is. It's quite mind-blowing stuff, really.
And so perhaps they all set sail at the same time at this period, 10,500 BC, and they arrived and they plotted the course around to, where the Nazca lines are, and the Mayan temple, and the pyramids, and so on and so forth, I don't know, to what?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's absolutely fascinating. The other thing I wanted to mention, if I may, very briefly, is that we actually have amongst us a living phenomenon. And if I could just briefly mention, his name is Russell Grant. I mean, I can't understand why you guys don't spend some time studying Russell Grant. I mean, the things he does, the things he knows, you know, I mean, Russell Grant is a special guy.
Yeah.
He's a local hero. He's a man in a woolly, but he knows what he's doing. He knows everything. And really, I think you, especially your program, should spend time on this guy. RG he's something else.
Right. He is, kind of. Okay, thanks a lot, Anthony.
Thank you.
I'm thinking of packing my trunk and saying goodbye to the circus. What do you reckon, Kev? Do you think I should go off with the trumpety trump? Trump, trump, trump.
You can try.
Here's one.
Take a break. Please. Can.
Okay, but only if I can... Thanks. Here's a woman on the A3. Hello, Emma.
Hello, Nick.
Hello.
Hello. Nick, what's happening with this programme? The only decent caller you get on, you cut him off. The guy in Harlow talking about probability. And he was really explaining it so well, and I thought, good for you. And off he goes.
Right, well, is this the Open University?
No, but, I mean, the rest of the programme is complete drivel.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, why are you listening, dear? Why are you... Okay,
well,
a bit of a turn-off.
Unfortunately, I only have a very poor person's medium-wave stereo in my car.
Right, well, which gives you access to at least 20 stations. Go listen to another one. It was the radio critic from the Daily Mail.
I don't really give a crap.
In a nutshell. Here's one in Slough. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Nick. How the devil are you?
I'm all right.
I'm a first-time caller to your show. This guy that said, what's the chance of a coin coming up 50 times in a row heads?
Yeah.
I started working it out on my calculator, and my calculator very soon ran out of room. So I did the rest on paper, and I just got the answer for you.
Work it out in a pencil.
Yeah, and in American numeral system, it is 769,469,422,956,544 to 1.
What?
To come out 50 times in a row heads. But the point being, Nick, that the next time it would still be 50-50. You can't have it any more or any less than 50-50 for the next toss of a coin.
Which was precisely my point.
I agree. And that guy that phoned in and said, you know, it would change. It wouldn't alter one jot.
Precisely.
Yeah. So it's no good pretending that one more, you know, any set of lottery numbers is less likely to come up the next week if it came up last week. I mean...
So in other words, everything that I just said...
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're spot on. And anyone that thinks differently is getting...
Is an idiot.
Yeah, actually.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay, no problems.
0500 1053 89. It is a free call. Here's one in Portsmouth. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Nick.
Hello, Mark.
How are you?
All right.
Listen, I used to work in a famous jazz club in London.
Oh, yeah, famous jazz
club. In 1976, 78.
Yeah.
And the service charge thing was 15%.
15%, yeah.
We never saw any of it.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean? What club it was?
You're getting fainter.
I beg your pardon?
You're getting fainter. What?
So you're getting fainter.
You never saw any of the service charge?
No, never, ever.
Well, where did it go?
Well, it used to go to the guy who owned the club.
Unbelievable. So people were sitting at, I'm guessing they were sitting at tables in an auditorium, like around in a smoky environment around a stage.
That's right.
The stage lower than the seats themselves, not the other way around.
And the guy who said the same jokes all the time? He died last year?
I wasn't even aware he was ill.
Yeah.
And so they put a service charge on your bill, you thinking that the service is actually going to go to the people who have served you, hence service charge. Nuh-uh, goes straight into the owner's pocket. Is that what you're saying?
I served the people in the restaurant. I worked there. Didn't you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Right.
But is that what you're saying? That the service charge goes to the owner, not the waiter?
Sure, straight away, yeah.
Right.
And it happens all the time.
Well, this is just outrageous. Next time I go out, I'm going to pull the waiter to me and I'm going to ask him, do you actually get this service charge?
Well, I think in those days, the Visa bill was the first one out, wasn't it, the Visa? The Visa bill had a blank space.
That's right, still does.
Yeah?
Still does.
Yeah, for a tip.
Yeah, you want to cross that through, because they'll stick it in there.
That's right, and lots of customers used to cross it through and give us the service charge, or give us a tip.
Right. So if you were given actual money, you'd have to pay it back, or you could just slip it surreptitiously in your pocket?
If we were given money, we used to put it into a pot, call it.
Right.
And we shared it out at the end of the week.
Right, you buy some pot with it.
Yeah, but if it was given... Yeah, we used to buy pot, yeah. You've never done that, Nick, have you?
No, it would be illegal, but you used to work in a jazz club. That's, that's part of what you jazz freaks do. I've heard that, yeah.
I used to hate jazz music. After about 2 weeks, you just turn yourself off from it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, nice talking to you, Nick.
Okay, thanks a lot, mate. 0500 1053 89. It is a freak all. Here is another advert, actually appeared in the back of a paper and everything like that. And lovely. Mixing bowl set designed to please a cook with round bottom for efficient beating.
Nick Abbott.
You know, you'd think that he's helping you, but he's hurting you.
Oh, yeah, funky. Yo. Here's one in Birmingham. Hello, John.
Hello?
John.
Hello there.
How you going?
Yeah, I'm just ringing up about the tips, really. Basically, is that some people trying to get the words there, like, you know what I mean?
Turn your radio down, because it'll scramble your mind.
Yep, sure, it scrambled my mind already. All right, yeah, but if the restaurateur paid more money to the workers, yeah, maybe we would, because I work in a restaurant, yeah. And I'm on abysmal money. I'm on £2.70 an hour, yeah?
Yeah, terrible money in the catering trade. Everybody knows that.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people turn around and say, like, we're on a lot of money, but we're not on a lot of money, like, and they do 10% surcharge, yeah?
But
you with me?
10% surcharge? What's that? What's that mean?
That's like a tip at the end of the day, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about 10% on the bill?
Yeah.
A service charge?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I thought you said surcharge. Yeah. Service charge. Right.
Yeah. Sorry, we different slang everywhere. Like,
yeah. Okay. So, and do you get that money?
Not all the time. No. If a person left a tip on the table, we would get it. Yeah.
Right.
But on the service charge kind of thing, we don't see it because it's entitled with the bill. You know what I mean?
Yes, in other words, people pay with a credit card, and the owner would actually have to give you, go to the trouble of giving you the money, and I'm guessing they don't.
Yeah.
I've never really thought about this before, and I am outraged.
Yeah.
That the people that you want to give the money, because if you get great service, you don't mind giving 10, 15, if it's fabulous service, 20%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but so you gladly sign the bill when it comes, which has got the optional service charge on it, thinking that you're going to give it to the people that have been slaving away, doing the business for you. But it doesn't go to them, it goes to the slime bag who owns the restaurant that you're sitting in.
It does, a big Tory, yeah. Well, I mean, sorry about that. We sat at the Mauser's restaurant, yeah? And, he turns around and he takes the money at the end of the day, yeah?
Right, who?
Mr. Mauser.
Who's that?
That's the boss.
Well, you just named him on the air?
Well, yeah, I'm not really bothered about it.
Well, I am. 0500 1053 89. It is a free call. Let's try not to attract any lawsuits of any kind. Thanks a lot. Here's one in Newcastle. Anthony.
Hi, Nick.
How you going?
Probabilities. You're quite right. The numbers 1 to 6 coming up are exactly the same as any other combination of numbers, okay?
I know.
1 in 50,000, you're quite right. People think it's not a wrong. But the system works like this. Say you've got 10 cards, 9 white, 1 black, okay?
Yeah.
Yours is the black card. That black card represents Nick Abbott's Saturday numbers or Wednesday numbers, okay?
Right.
The chances of you pulling that winning black card out of the 10 is 1 in 10.
Yes.
You pull out a white card, your black card's still in there. Your chances now are 1 in 9. You pull out another white card, the black card's still in there. It's 1 in 8. It actually gets less and less. But in the case of the lottery, you've got 50 million, what, a billion combination trillions. Eventually, your black card, your combination is going to come up. You may be 86 and win $1 million and 10 million, have not much time to spend it in, but eventually your combination is going to come up because the different combinations keep changing. So that's where if you choose 1 to 6, you've got a chance of it coming up as much as anyone who chooses 46, 28, 44, etc.
Exactly, but the chances of it coming up in your lifetime or in the lifetime of the planet is pretty slim.
Very slim, but the chances of it coming up twice are even more infinitesimal, which is why anyone who chooses the same, it's why if a winning line's already won, anyone who takes that again and expects to win the lottery, better hand it down to their great-great-great-grandparents, grandchildren of the greatest grandparents, because it's never going to happen. It's even less likely.
No, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is taking that into account, but is saying pretty much exactly the opposite. What has gone before bears no relation whatsoever to the probability of anything happening in the future.
Well, that's not quite true. That's not quite true, because what has gone before does have an effect. The chances of having the same winning line, in any week is 1 in a million or whatever. The chances of this winning line, the same numbers repeating themselves, are like 1 in a million times whatever X million to make it even less likely.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but what you're talking about is betting on those two events happening. But you're not doing that. You're betting on one event happening.
Yeah.
So the probability is the same, regardless of what has happened before.
If you choose a line of numbers like 1 to 6, sure, that's fine. I agree. That's totally valid. But if you actually look at last week's numbers, whatever they were, and go with them again, you have not got a 1 in 10 million whatever chance of it coming up. You've got an even less likely chance.
No, I think you're missing the point here. What you're saying is the likelihood of you betting on those two numbers, those two sets, or rather that set of numbers coming up twice. That is a longer shot than the set of numbers coming up once. But people aren't betting on it coming up twice. People are betting on it coming up next. Right. So it's, what's that?
Lottery draw.
Oh. Them numbers have dropped. And so it doesn't, it's completely irrelevant. I understand what you're saying, but that's not what people are buying the ticket for. They're not buying the ticket for it happening twice. They're buying the ticket for hoping it's going to happen once. And regardless of whether those numbers have come up before, the chance is still exactly the same as if they hadn't.
No, I don't agree with that. I think that's complete. They will happen eventually.
Well, I'll tell you what, Anthony, in order to settle this, I'll see you in the car park after the show.
Right, okay.
That's what all good mathematicians do to settle their arguments. Here is a call in Gloucester. Hello, Sue.
Hello, Nick.
Sue.
Yes, I'm talking about tipping.
Tipping.
When you tip, how far do you expect your tip to go? Is it just the people that serve the meal, or the people that cook the meal as well?
Well, that's a good question.
If it's a bad meal that's served well, do you tip well? Or if it's a good meal that's served badly, do you tip badly?
If it's a good meal that's served well, then I usually send one of our party to go and service the cook.
But if it's a bad meal that's served well, do you still tip?
A bad meal served well.
I'm talking bad food served well.
Well, you know what? I just always pay the service charge.
Where do you expect it to go to?
Well, I don't know. I kind of expected it to go mostly to the waiter, and a bit to the bus boys, and a bit to the, the wine waiter, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. I didn't really think about it that much, Sue. I just caved in under pressure and signed the damn bill. Stop asking me all of these questions.
Sorry.
0500 10 53 89. It is a free call. Here are those damn